Some people think the Great Axe is a brain-dead weapon, an unskillful amateur hour face roll option of weaponry. You wanna know what I think? I see a Great Axe, a full-size 4x4 Jeep Wrangler Transforma Giga Chad Alpha Male. We're not just spinning to win, we're out here mowing the grass of the battlefield, chopping down every peasant in sight, and weed whacking like we're getting paid for it. So the next time you pick up a Great Axe, just know you're not just choosing a weapon, you're choosing a goddamn lifestyle. Welcome to the Great Axe Club. Welcome to Scripted Gaming. Hey guys, welcome back to another Albion online video. I hope you've all been doing well and are excited as I am, as today we'll be trying out a new weapon in PvP. We've continued to try out more axes, and so far we've tried out the Great Axe, Bear Paws, Halberd, and the Infernal Scythe. And after reading your guys' recent comments, the next axe we'll be using is clear. We'll be trying out the Battleaxe and making our very own build for Corrupted Dungeons. So far, I've been having a lot of fun using the Battleaxe. It's the only one-handed weapon in the axe weapon tree, and offers a very unique playstyle of its own. I would have to say the Battleaxe is probably the strongest axe for Corrupted Dungeons at the moment. Its insane self-healing and strong consistent damage allows us to compete with any weapon in the game. With that said, I'm very excited to show you guys the build we'll be using in today's video. Also, if you guys had any build ideas or tips you wanted to give me, feel free to leave them in the comments below, as I'll be reading each and every one of them. Or if you'd like, you can join the community Discord, where we talk about build ideas and chat about all things Albion Online. I'll be sure to leave a link to the Discord in the description below. Real quick, if you guys enjoyed today's video, I'd love it if you gave it a like and subscribe to the channel, as we upload new videos every Sunday. I appreciate all your guys' support, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. But without further ado, let's get into it. The Battleaxe build we'll be using today provides a great amount of sustained damage, mobility, and a crazy amount of self-healing. So to show you how the build works, let's get into what abilities we'll be using. To start us off, let's take a look at the Battleaxe itself. For a Q, we'll be using Rending Rage, allowing us to strike enemies in front of us with each hit applying a bleed to the target. When the bleeds reach 3 stacks, the enemy will receive a healing debuff. Rending Rage has 3 charges, with the third charge causing us to jump and root all enemies we land on. But to maximize DPS, we can use 2 charges of Rending Rage, wait for the charges to reset, and then rinse and repeat. For our W, we'll be using Adrenaline Boost, which will increase our damage, movement speed, and attack speed for 40% for 7 seconds. Adrenaline Boost has a 18-second cooldown. The Battleaxe E is Blood Bandit, allowing us to throw our axe, dealing physical damage based on the amount of bleeds we have applied to the target. Blood Bandit can be used a second time, again dealing damage, and also healing us based on the amount of bleeds we have applied to the target. Using the second charge of E will increase the cooldown to 18 seconds, otherwise Blood Bandit has a 9-second cooldown. And for our passive, we'll be using Life Leech for more overall self-healing. Moving on to our helmet, we'll be using the Mage Cowl for the Poison ability. Poison allows for our next normal attack to deal magical damage for over 5 seconds. Poison has a 28-second cooldown. And for our passive, we'll be using Aggression for more overall damage. Next up is our chest. We'll be using the Mercenary Jacket for Bloodlust. This ability allows us to heal by dealing direct damage to the enemy, for a maximum of 9 hits. Bloodlust has a 56-second cooldown. And for our passive, we'll be using Balanced Mind for more damage and defense. For our boots, we'll be using Demon Boots for Vengeful Sprint. This ability increases our movement speed by 20% and damage by 4% for every 10% health we're missing. This stacks up to 8 times, allowing for a maximum movement speed of 160% movement speed and increased damage of 32%. Vengeful Sprint has a 56-second cooldown. And for our passive, we'll be using Toughness for more overall defense. And for our offhand, we'll be using the Torch for faster attack speed and shorter cooldowns. For our cape, we'll be using Thetford Cape for Chain Lightning, causing our next normal attack to deal magical damage, which then jumps to the nearest enemy. Chain Lightning has a 15-second cooldown. For our potion, we'll be using Poison Potions. This will deal magical damage and will also decrease the target's resistances for over 3 seconds. Poison Potion has a 56-second cooldown. And for our food, we'll be using Roast Pork. This will cause each of our attacks to steal health from the enemy, providing us with more self-healing. Now that you know what abilities we'll be using, let's take a look at how this build can be used in a fight. When engaging an enemy, I like to use W, Adrenaline Boost, followed by our D so that our next normal attack will apply a poison to the enemy, which will also activate our Thetford Cape. Next, I like to use charges of Q, Rending Rage, to apply our bleeds to the enemy. Once you have 3 bleeds applied to the target, we can use our E, Blood Bandit. Remember, it's important we use our E when we have max bleeds so we can maximize our DPS and self-healing. Instead of using both charges of E right away, I like to use one and save the other charge for self-healing and to avoid putting E on a longer cooldown. Unless the enemy is low on health, then I will use both charges to finish them off. As for our R, Bloodlust, and F, Vengeful Sprint, I like to use both of these once I'm low on health for self-healing and increase damage and movement speed. And that's it. Now that you know how the build works, let's see how it does in PvP Corrupted Dungeons. I hope you all enjoy the rest of the video, and I'll see you all next Sunday. Take care, everyone.
Do you remember how you held me then? Now you got me reaching out. And do you see you got me falling in more times than I can get out? Down in the deep of my mind, I crawl for you and you're always inside. Down in the deep of my mind, how long do I got to keep you, to keep you? Down in the deep of my mind, I crawl for you and you're always inside. Down in the deep of my mind, trying so hard not to keep you, to keep you. How long do I got to keep you, to keep you? Trying so hard not to keep you, to keep you. Do you remember how you held me then? Now you got me reaching out. Yeah. And do you see you got me falling in more times than I can get out?